Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. It's the new Lewis Schaffer show. Hello. Yes, that looks all right. It's all right. I'm going on this side. How are you, Keith and Joe and Kinsey and everybody who's watching this thing? We've got 18. I don't know how many viewers we have. Let's see how many viewers we have. It's today. Today is gonna. I'm gonna need your help today. I didn't get any sleep last night. And I'm having a crisis over the show. I don't think it's as good as it could be, or maybe it is good. Maybe that's what I'll say. This is the best show ever. Best show ever. Maybe that's what I best show ever. Best show ever. We've got 953 subscribers. We're approaching 1,000. How minuscule is 1,000? How minuscule? How minuscule is 1,000? How minuscule? Watching. How minuscule? We've got the early days. I didn't get any sleep. I didn't get much sleep last night. I went to sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. I didn't get much sleep. What app did we decide what app we can use on a phone? What app did we decide what app we can use on a phone? What app? Do I have to buy a watch? Do I have to buy one of those sleeping watches? Do I have to buy a watch? That right now. Do I have to buy one of those sleeping watches? I'll buy the sleeping watches. How about that? Echo. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, thank you, Kerry. Thank you, Shanks. Thank you, Warmellian. Hello, everybody, says Marianne. Okay, Echo. Yeah, because if I'm watching this on YouTube, it means I'm not watching it on this thing, whatever this thing is called, Streamlabs. I woke up today and I weighed 78.5 kilograms. That means I'm down about 3 kilograms. This is the Lewis Schaffer weight loss. You're fat. Everybody out there is probably fat. You are fat. You're fat. Just admit you're fat. Unless people go, no, you're too thin. That's how you know you still have some weight to lose. When probably says you're too thin. I just got out of today. Today is a day. Let's celebrate with my GB News, the number one. If they hire me again, if they don't hire me, I hope they die. No, I don't hope they die. But I think I'm being slow fired from GB News. So there you go. Lewis Schaffer's might not be on. I'm not on today. We'll see if I wasn't on yesterday. They didn't call me. They never write. They never call. You know that joke. They don't write. He doesn't call. That's a joke I don't think I could make on the air. Anyway, Adam Hudson's here. We could discuss the utility bills. We could discuss that. I don't really pay that much attention to it. I'm so far deep in the hole now. Episode 52. Is this? Yeah, this is episode 52. It is. It's episode 52. Yesterday was episode 51. Anyway, so my BMI is 24.8. which is the first time it's been under 25. BMI is not a gauge. Don't say to me, Lewis, that's not real. It isn't real, but it is something. And I want to be so thin. I want to not have any, can you see this? I want to be able to sit here naked, basically. Anybody see Christopher Dangerfield? He does a thing out of Thailand. I would say he's a friend of mine. Who knows? He's probably still a friend of mine. Lost a lot of friends. I had some friends, but they're gone. Someone came and took them away, and from the dusk until the dawn, this is where I'll stay. Basically, that's true. So I'm going to stay here. We're making new friends. I hope guys are going to be. I don't need you to be my friend, honestly. But who knows? I got I like the idea. There's some really, really nice people here. And then, you can't trust anybody anyway, even the nicest people, but you can enjoy them. I lost 3 pounds this week, Kinsey says. So there you go in the Lewis Schaffer Fat Club. 3 pounds this week. Then went out for a Chinese yesterday for my birthday. Hopefully I won't wreck next week's weight loss. Yeah, that's the problem. The problem is, first of all, Chinese food has lots of stuff that makes you fat. They add sugar to it. They add monosodium glutamate. Makes you fat. Marianne says, today I weighed in at 169 pounds, down from 172. That's brilliant. Keep on going. The thing is, if we eliminate the food that stores water, that makes us want to eat more, which is sugar, umami flavor. You know, that stuff that's in Chinese food, umami flavor. We can lose weight if you don't eat that food. And what are the Lewis Schaffer rules? This is the Kinsey Club. That reminds me, hello to Kinsey, yes. Is that what are the rules for Lewis Schaffer? The rules are number one is make sure you weigh yourself every day so you know what you're doing. Number two, make sure you write down every single calorie that you're eating so you know what you're eating. Number three, eliminate all carbs or try to eliminate all plant food. Remember, very few animal foods are very high in carbs. Milk has sugar in it. Carbs are sugar of all different kinds. So, Zingo, this is what I'm saying. Okay? No carbs. No carbs. Really hard to do. The problem is, when you eat carbs, let's say you have yourself a crisp, and you say to yourself, you know what? I'll have one crisp. You will want a second crisp. Am I right? Claire C., she weighs 51 point. You weighed that yesterday. That's brilliant. Are orange vegetables good for you? The answer, Alex, the answer is no. They're not good for you. They're not good for you because they've got sugar in them. And they have lots of elements that, because they can't run plants, they don't want you to eat them. So they have all the stuff that makes you not want to eat them. Caffeine is one of those things to make you not eat a plant. That's why you don't eat tobacco leaves. But there's a million different of these things. Whereas for all that stuff, plants cause pain, says the Lewis Schaffer calendar. They do. They cause pain. They cause gout. Or, I mean, other things also can help cause gout, but that's one of the things that causes gout. They've lied to us. They're a bunch of liars. Is it true about crisps? Though once you eat one, you can't stop. No, of course you can't stop. Because crisps are sugary, number one, and they've got salt on them. And salt, the body thinks, holy cow, I'm dying here. I better eat some more. Is coffee okay? I personally I've had 2 cups of coffee today because I didn't get any sleep last night. I don't think coffee is okay. What do you think, Zingo? I don't think coffee is okay. It raises my blood pressure, number one, and it's got all 35. Thank you, Kinsey. Great job. Thank you. Is coffee okay? Coffee is not okay. Who's drinking coffee? I don't think it might not affect weight loss. Tea is better than coffee. Yeah, but you got to be careful with tea too. You know what I do? You know what Lewis Schaffer does? Is I actually filter the tea. You know I do that. I filter it. I love drinks with caffeine, but I don't like caffeine. What does that mean, Warmellian? Coffee makes you pee. Yeah, it dehydrates you. Coffee. It's C-A-W. Coffee. C-A-W. Coffee. I've been drinking iced tea the last few days. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's iced tea. But I would say when I drink tea, I filter it. And you think, well, why do you need to filter it? Because it's got elements. You're eating squashed leaves. I drink coffee. I drink coffee and I sometimes drink tea. But like what happens is I had tea at 4:30, and I hope I'm going to be able to go to sleep tonight. Has everyone pressed the like button? Thank you, Chris King. Yeah, you're good. Chris King is good. Press the like button. Become a member. Become a subscriber. All these things help. Coffee makes me pee like a Colombian roast, says Warmellian. Well, I drink Colombian. That's the kind of tea that I drink. I like it. Fruits like watermelon have lycopene, which is good, but it also has tons of sugar, which is bad. And nobody eats just a little bit of watermelon. They eat pounds and pounds of watermelon. So it's not good. Watermelon, I like it. Like, I've been going out because I walk now. I pick up rubbish because I'm a great guy. Lewis Schaffer is a great guy. So when they come and arrest me, you can say, that guy picks up rubbish in the street. You could say that. Anyway, and I eat the fruit off of the trees. There's fruit in front of Athenley Sports Ground. There's plum trees there. There's plum trees in the middle of Peckham Rye Park. I like coffee and tea for the flavor, Lewis, but I don't like how the caffeine makes me feel. That's what I was saying. Well, nobody likes coffee for the flavor, but you get used to it. You just associate it with flavor because you add a lot of milk to it, or you add sugar to it, or you just get used to it. Pomegranates are weird. It's the only fruit we eat the seed. That could be true, and it's probably not good for you. That's probably not good. Maybe we should Google that. Are pomegranate seeds good for you? Are pomegranate seeds good for you? Uncooked. Well, we'll say what it is. And the result is yes, they're generally considered good for you. Generally considered. Packed with nutrients, including vitamins, minerals, and off of it. Here's a breakdown. This is what AI says. I can't believe it. 5 top benefits. Let's see what it says. What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? The problem is you want to know the truth, and the truth is further down. I don't think you should eat seeds of anything. Really, I try not to. I try not to eat seeds. But that's a good question. See, this is the kind of questions to be like. Blackberries have seeds too, but they get stuck in your teeth. They do have seeds. Are blackberries true fruits? Like a strawberry is not a true fruit. Or is it it is a berry. It's not a true berry. One of those things are not true. Claire loves that caffeine feeling, which is good to know. Let's remember that. Save, don't buy her a drink. Save her, buy her a cup of coffee. I recommend pomegranate juice. Actual pomegranate is horrible. I don't think you should eat the seeds. Pomegranate is lovely in salad. Well, salad is not lovely. Salad is really bad for you. Of course, it's nice because it's sugary and sweet. Fruit is the only part of a plant that the animals want you to eat or don't mind that you eat. I used to have 3 cups of coffee first thing, then I started feeling anxious. But that could be just my life. No, 3 cups of coffee is a lot of coffee. Lewis, your hair looks great. Thank you, Claire. Thank you. Jim Johnson is here, and he comes from Texas. AI can't be depended on for true facts. No, they can't. It can't be. They tell you it can. You know what it's similar to? It's similar to that Wikipedia shit, where they say Wikipedia can be depended on, but it can't be. Brought 750 grams of 5% lean beef minced today, and it cost £7.50. So lean beef meat is now 1p per gram, which is similar to brisket. And it doesn't have enough fat. Why only 5% fat? You need more fat, Kinsey. More fat. What colors are the plums? Well, they might not be plums. I don't know. They're colors of the plums. They can be red. They can be yellow. They can be red. They can be yellow. They can be red and yellow. What about tomatoes? Tomatoes also, the Italians don't eat the seeds. You shouldn't eat the seeds. They don't want you to eat the seeds. Or at least you have to cook the seeds. But God doesn't want us to cook the seeds. I only buy the 1% fatted mince. Don't want gray fatty mince. That makes me feel sick. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Don't cook it. Buy beef and don't cook it. Don't cook it. Salad is bad, says Jim Johnson. Yeah, we dump crap dressings on it. That's what it is. Basically, according to Jim Johnson, and I agree. Basically, all salad is a fat delivery, is an oil delivery system, and you put oil on it, which basically substitutes a substitution for fats. Damson, little plums, says Claire. I like those. Yeah, I like them too. Grapes have seeds, which are good for you. No, they're not good for you. That's all a lie. It's all a lie, all these seeds. You can eat some of it and not kill you, but over time it kills you. Look at me. Look at all the horrible food that I had. Grape seeds, grape oil. You should not avoid that at all costs. Those seeds in grapes are so annoying. Yeah. And you know what? Grapes too. Grapes never used to be that big. They're huge. And they're basically a sugar delivery system. It's just sugar. It's sugar. It's not healthy. It's sugar. And it makes nobody ever has like a couple of grapes. You have a ton of grapes. Not that I stopped eating them. I eat the plums when I'm walking about because it's free. If there were grapes on trees, I would eat the cream. It's all a lie, says Warmelian. That is exactly true. We've been lied to. That whole business of fruit and vegetables, maybe they'll arrest me for that. Maybe they'll say, Lewis, you've been giving me wrong information. You're polluting the food supply. It's not natural food, grapes. All the fruit that we used to eat, grapes are the best taken as wine. Well, yeah. The problem is that wine is deadly too. It's got sugar in it and it's deadly. We got 40. Thank you, Kinsey. Buy seedless grapes. Yeah, and that's unnatural too. Unnatural, seedless. What have they done to the plants? They basically They've basically neutered them, like the way this country and this world has neutered people today so as not to have kids. You know Tracy Beans, Lewis? Never heard of her. She's an independent U.S. journalist who does a lot of live streaming on YouTube and is about as knowledgeable and passionate about keto as I am. Okay, let me look that up. Is that a guy? Is that a girl? Oh, she's a girl. Tracy Beans. Tracy Beans. I have to look that up. But as you notice, I might write something. This is week 52 of our show. It's August 1st. It's cloudy and rainy outside. Is it rainy? A bit rainy. Should we eat tomatoes? No, we should not eat tomatoes. Unnecessary to eat tomatoes. The only reason we love tomatoes is because they're red and you can put them on gray cooked beef. Gray cooked beef. And it make it seem like we're eating fresh beef, uncooked raw beef, but it's not. It's like a lie. We're lying to ourselves. That's what tomatoes are. I also go into the park. They have an apple tree, and I eat the apples. They're not crab apples, but they're wildly grown apples. I shouldn't do that. As I'm picking up the rubbish, and I don't wash my hands. A thunderstorm here in Eastbourne. Thank you, Claire. Personally, I like the rotten fruit. I like rotten fruit on Fridays. Yeah. Well, that's what alcohol is. Why do people like alcohol? They like alcohol because it's got something in it that says to the body, you are so hungry, you're eating rotten fruit. So just keep on eating, keep on drinking. That's what fruit is. Fruit is rotten plants. And it tells the body you need to eat more because you're starving to death. Same thing with salt. When you put salt on stuff, don't put salt on stuff. It's unnecessary. But you put salt on stuff and your mouth gets all dry. You think to yourself, I am literally being dehydrated and starving to death. I need to eat more. I'm having a cheap little beef grilled and scrambled eggs made with butter. Yummy. Well, that's a 70-80% of a meal. Yeah. First of all, Little is not bad meat. I buy Little. It doesn't have enough fat on it. I like Morrison's a bit better in terms of that kind of thing. Number one. Number two, scrambled eggs can be good if you don't overcook them. Maltese, Phil. And butter. Yeah, butter. I have 30 grams of butter a day, maybe. So that's what Maltese Phil said. I buy a crate of tomatoes from the farm up the road. For £5, a crate of tomato, about 500 tomatoes, sweetest tomatoes I've ever had. Well, Kerry, why don't you just add sugar? It's even cheaper than that. How much sugar could you add without having to cook it? You're being lied to, Kerry. Lied to. Jim Johnson, laugh out loud, rotten fruit. Well, that's what wine is. What do you think wine is? It's fermented fruit. It's fruit that's fallen on the ground. And because we moved up north, from the jungle in Africa or whatever our story is, we developed a mutation, possibly, wherever it came. Maybe it came from God. A mutation that enabled us to eat raw fermented, to eat alcohol. Lots of people can't drink alcohol. Alex says this. I put the butter on the beef too. Yeah, well, we're in this together, Maltese Phil. And Kinsey likes little meat. I do too. Does anyone see cooking apples? Does anyone see cooking apples? What does that mean? I used to pick chestnuts, or were they hazelnuts, the wild nuts that grow in the UK? Yeah, this is all emergency food, hazelnuts. I mean, honestly, any food you have to cook is emergency food. You shouldn't be eating it. Lewis, you can get salmonella from raw eggs, maybe. I don't eat all the raw eggs because I don't eat the whatchamacallit, the whites. I just eat the yellow bit. And I've been eating raw eggs for years now. And from what I know about salmonella, have you heard this about salmonella? What I know about salmonella is that there's salmonella all over the place. You lick your hand and there's salmonella everywhere. It's a question of how much salmonella. And if you're sick, the salmonella will grow. Okay? If you feel hungry between meals, drink water, don't snack. It works. Yeah, and you know what? You can actually listen to Claire because Claire is thin. Claire is the winner. Not the winner, but she's leading the way. Maybe Little is cheaper on the 5% mince. I forgot to check. I buy the 20% mince there. If I buy mince, and then I have to cook it, and I'm not happy, and I eat the middle raw, which is not, I don't believe you should eat raw. You can eat it if you're healthy. You can eat it. But be careful, everybody. Don't listen to me. Be careful. Carrie likes tomatoes. Of course you do. Because they're wet, they're moist, they're red, and they're sweet. They've got maybe 3 to 5% sugar in them. So you think to yourself, wow, that little bit of sugar, if you don't eat much sugar, can be really good. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me? Is the term mince beef that is the same as U.S. ground beef? Exactly right. Mince is ground beef. But mince also can be a mince pie, can be, I don't know what it's called in America. It's chopped up currants and raisins and nuts for Christmas in a pie. In a pie, meaning a little baked pastry dish, Jim Johnson. Mark Therosian is here. Mark Therosian is here. Hello, all. Steak cooked rare with some grass-fed butter and 4 runny eggs for my dinner. A round of applause for Mark. That's what I would have. I would say, for me, that's a 9, because my food is not the best. But I would say that's a 9. It's as close as you can get to perfect. It's what I would eat. So let's give Mark Therosian a big round of applause. He's half Armenian. We have an apple tree growing in our yard. Yeah, how great is free fruit? How great is free fruit, Kinsey? It's the best thing in the world. People drink wine to get a buzz and to tolerate the taste. And they tolerate the taste, says Jim Johnson. That's totally true. Nobody likes the taste of alcohol until you get used to it and you say, oh, this is going to make me drunk. I like the taste. The steak, says Kinsey. Yes, the eggs, not so much. Eggs, great. Don't eat the white bit. Don't eat the white bit. So Russ Owen is here. Round of applause for Russ coming in here. I meant to read. Joe actually sent me something and I didn't read it. I hate to do work. Don't make me do any work. Will you make a homemade organic apple pie using your apple tree, Kinsey? Yeah. I mean, apple pies are great, but I mean, what's an apple pie? You know, you're adding sugar to it. Of course it's going to be good. And no one ever eats just one little bit of an apple pie. So it's not the best food. It's not the best food. So, you know, I mean, I eat mince that is raw. I try to. I think it'd win a curry made salmonella up. No, what it is it's they want us to be afraid of things. They want us to be afraid of little things, of germs, things we can't even see. You're going to die because of germs. You got something on your hand. I'm licking it. You know what I mean? It's a lie. A lie. There is fruit pies in America. The apple pie is America's #1 pie, I think, right? It's a fruit pie. Yeah, so what are we saying? Yeah, that's Mark J. is there. What are you saying? It's a Lewis Schaffer special. Whatever. UK eggs are salmonella free. Even if they're not salmonella free, I don't think you're gonna die. I don't believe, you know, that what they're trying to say is you get one tiny little speck of germs, like a bit on it, like the ink on a pen. Can you see the ink on a pen? The ink on a pen. Can you see that? Right? And it goes into your blood, and then it grows and kills you. It grows into the blood of a healthy person, and then it grows, and then it grows. And I believe that's a total lie. People who are sick, the germs and the bacteria grow on the sickness. If you're sick, you're sick. Okay, it's a Lewis Schaffer spec. Okay. Alex says this. He says, I eat wild blackberries from my garden. They are sour. Yes, so do I. Are they great for you? They're not better than meat. No, they're not great for you, but they are tasty and sour and delicious. Sometimes you bring them home. When I was a kid, I used to go have, what is that? The plant, the tree they have. It's like a tree, mulberry bushes, mulberry trees. Does anybody remember mulberry? Yeah, they have it. There's one here in Peckham Rye Park. And I used to go pick those things. Free fruit. I used to love it. Okay. I don't think people buy them. They're expensive, but ready-made apple pie is cheaper. Yeah. Apple pie is amazing. I'm not worried about salmonella, any of these things. If you get sick, you might die. You will not die of salmonella, but it's kind of like an animal. It's being eaten alive, in the Serengeti in Africa by vultures. The vultures didn't kill the lion. It's just the lion was dead already before the vultures came. This is what I believe. Do you believe me? Argue with me if you don't believe me. I don't think people buy them. Okay, well, that's what Kerry says. Let's see. Let's go down a notch. What are you saying is not good? What are you saying is not good for you? Isn't curry the nation's national dish now by volume of sales? You know, Muhammad is the #1 name, so maybe it is. I don't know if they're good for you, Maltese Phil, says Warmellion, but they're a lot of fun. What are we talking about? I missed the thing. Can't beat a good bit of fish and chips. May need a mortgage to buy it now, though. Yeah, it used to be dirt cheap back in the day. Bramley apple pies or Mr. Kipling. I mean, Mr. Kipling, let's be honest. American pies, they're this thick, right? They're this thick. Can you see how thick they are? And they're lots of apples with lots of sugar and cinnamon, and they're really good. Muhammad is the most popular name for the second year in a row, R-O-W. Yeah, thank you, Vat. Okay, thank you, Alex. Yeah, very scary. Very scary. If you're not naming your kid with an English name and you come from a foreign country, what country are you living in? Like my parents, they named me Lewis James Schaffer. That is not a Jewish name. That's not a Jewish name. They wanted me to fit in. I didn't fit in, but they wanted me to. Waitrose apple tart, taking with maybe clotted cream. Very nice, Rianne says. Yeah, apple tart with, yeah, that's brilliant. Brilliant. Curry can taste good, but what's in curry? Why don't you Google what curry is? Curry sauce. It's not one thing. It's not like, it's all different seeds that they've crushed to death. It's not healthy. And the Indian people, God bless them, are one of the least healthy people in the world right now, even as they get richer. Lewis, good point. We all have an immune system that fights crap daily. When we aren't healthy, our immune system is low. Whatever you call it, immune system. And then you die, and then on top of your death is all sorts of salmonella and E. coli and all sorts of things. I saw the producer's post on X where he broke down the data for the petition to repeal. Do you want to hear this, producer? It's about you. Mm-hmm. I saw Columbus's post on X where he broke down the data for the petition to repeal the Online Safety Act. Everyone in here should increase his follower numbers. Adam Hudson, he wants you to follow him. Yeah, follow him. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He needs to post that in a more understandable way. It's not as understandable. What time am I on GB News? I'm not. I think I've been slow fired. But I'm going to say this. Congratulations to GB News on beating the second worst thing about this country, which is the BBC. The second worst thing is the BBC. I don't know what whatever the first thing is. But yeah, so I'm not on GB News tonight. I'm not on GB News. Maltese sounds good, to be honest, says Kinsey. Here you're looking at £14.50 for it. I don't know what that's about. So curry is not good for you, but it's tasty. It's tasty, yeah, it's tasty because seeds can be made tasty. Those things, they taste like meat. That's why people put it in meat, to make it taste like meat. Or make the meat taste like, or make the vegetables taste like meat. Good call. My mom, says Vatan, used to make wine from all sorts, yeah. Then they made it illegal because they wanted to collect their tax money. What time? Okay. Same from pizza and everything else that tastes nice. What are you saying? Curry is not good for you. It's not good for you. Pizza's not good for you. It's really hard for me not to eat pizza. It's right down the road. I want to go have a bite. But my friend says, he says, what does he say? He says, imagine eating a slice of pizza, and that's like half of the enjoyment of pizza. Wow, I saw some fish and chip restaurant charging £65 for a takeaway, says Mark Thorosian. He's speaking to Kinsey. But I can go to my local and order it for a pensioner for £9. That's amazing. Well, it's like my son had some McDonald's yesterday. It cost £20. But you know what he did? He gave me a portion of chicken tenders, right? Was that what it was? Lovely boy. Lovely boy, even though you can see a little bit of his mother all over him, whatever. I know a man who was named Hugh, and his surname is Jars, says Russ. You Jars. You Jars. You Jars. There's a joke in that. I can't figure it out. Make wine, Kinsey says, Devat and I. Make wine and we'll all be guinea pigs for it. Hence, the saying here is, as American as apple pie. Yes, that's true. In America, they say that. Apple pie is considered what is an American, is apple pie. Mark, literally the same in our Chinese yesterday. A sit-down meal cost a fortune, but the takeaway is much, much cheaper, says Kinsey. It could be. I bought 2 pieces of a bakery's thick, chunky apple pie. Yeah, that is really delicious. I don't know. If you don't eat the crust, it's still going to be calories, but it's probably a lot less calories. Producer needs to make his data easier to interpret. This is what Warmelian says. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, producer? I'm sure that criticism didn't irritate him at all. Laugh out loud. Yeah, he's irritated by it. I used to grow jalapenos for curries. And even Claire C. says she doesn't like pizza. She's just trying to get an argument going. British people have a lot of pizza. Yeah, they do. They have a lot of pizza. Pizza's a brilliant invention. Invented by the Nepalese. Not the Nepalese. The Napolitan, whatever they're called. The people from Naples. Nothing beats making food at home. Can taste better and save you lots of money. No. Because your cooked food is not going to be as good. Uncooked food is better at home. This is what I believe. Mark Therosian. That's what I believe. I had the nicest lasagna ever I had in St. Julian's Bay, says Kerry. Where is St. Julian's Bay? Could you please explain that, Kerry? Where are we doing? Oh, my God. We don't know what St. Julian's Bay. Warmelian says, Claire, give Warmelian your slice. He'll eat it. British people, okay? They eat lots of chicken, too, and chicken's all right, but it's not the best food. I made ginger beer once. It blew my head off and cured constipation. Yeah, because it's toxic. Ginger is toxic. That's what gives it that bitey flavor. You eat too much of that, it's going to kill you. But if Lewis offered you a slice of his pizza, Claire C., you would enjoy it. Would you enjoy it, Claire, if I offered you a slice? It came from Lewis. McNuggets. No, this is not McNuggets. This is chicken tenders. It's better than McNuggets. I had McDonald's today, and it was okay. They did a special purple shake. It was purple flavor. Yeah, they're adding new things. They're always on their guard. You know what? My son ordered a mango. Was it a mango something? A mango with no ice. It was just brilliant. I had a McDonald's today, and it was okay. Oh, yeah, I read that already. Your son eats McDonald's, Lewis, yet I'm not allowed to eat tomatoes. You're allowed to. I'm not stopping you. I tell my son not to eat that. I told my son don't eat McDonald's, but he ate it. He only eats it because he's mad at me for divorcing his mother. Yeah. I know the Jewish comedian Eric Shen. Eric Shen. I don't know him. Is he I don't know who he is. He's the Israeli comedian. He sounds Israeli, or is he American? $25 for 2 packs of cod and chips. Takeaway in London. Yeah, that's how much it is. That's £12.50. That doesn't sound like that much, but it is a lot, because I remember when it used to be £6-7 for that. But you know what I do? I go down to to my Chinese restaurant down on Nigel Road, down there at the before we enter Peckham Rye Park, and I order lamb shanks. There's my son. Why would you buy it if you don't eat the crust? Why not just buy apples? Yes, exactly. Well, you could eat a little bit of the crust. Like I go across the street and I'll have a samosa, and I take most of the crust off. A little bit of crust. You don't need 2 pieces of bread. If you're gonna have a sandwich, you just need 1 piece of a sandwich. Do you agree with me or you disagree? We got 43 viewers right now. That's right, Kerry. You stay away from those tomatoes. Yeah, they're not healthy. I know you think that they are. They're lying to you. They're lying. Every time you see a fruit, you say, are they lying to me? Have they told me it's bad? Avocado man. There's not many British left in London. Avocado man. Avocado is another one of those foods that are just so pointless. Absolutely pointless. Got no flavor. You know what I mean? It's pointless. Lamb shank is a euphemism for what, Maltese Phil? Avocado. Where are you from, avocado man? Kerry says Mark J. Domino's is a ripoff. Yeah. Yeah, it's a ripoff. Pizza's so cheap. You know what I did? The other day I bought a pizza. It cost about £2-3 from Tesco. And it was, took it home, I cooked it. It wasn't good. 35. Thank you, Simon. I took it home. It wasn't that good, but it was still pizza. It was all right. I added a lot of cheese to it. Our Chinese used to do an amazing beef with mushroom dish. Yeah. It's the cooked food. I don't eat cooked food. Why do you hate disabled people? Says Tog Central. What? You're asking 3 times. Do you know the comedian Barry McCuckener? All right, good joke. Why do I hate I don't hate disabled people. Who told you that I hate disabled people? Was it the Guardian that said that? Or the Guardian was saying I was just trying to bring down the state? Well, you know. We got a bot in the chat. I know. Let him say it. Okay, let him speak what he wants to speak. If it gets annoying, I'll block him. Anyway, Lewis, I'm from England, mate. All right, great. So am I. Oh, my God, do we have that many people in? Jim Johnson, 53. Could you please disable the disabled person? Of course he's what do you mean he's a troll? Maybe he actually believes this. Maybe he thinks he's punishing Lewis Schaffer by saying that. I love attention, so you're not punishing me. And I don't hate disabled people. I don't hate all disabled people. I hate people disabled like you, who are probably not even disabled. You're probably like autistic or something, or ADHD. Lewis doesn't hate anyone. All right, I just said that I do, so that's good timing. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate, but it's like the disabled question is really good. So are we finished with the food thing? Are we? Because I wanted more attention. This is the thing I want TCG Central. Can we Google who these people are, just out of curiosity? TCG Central. Let's see if we can Google who they are. TCG Central. Okay. TCG Card Management, TCG Central. Shop exclusively. Click the button. Seller feedback. One piece. TCG. It doesn't say what it is. I'm afraid to press. TCG Card Central Magazine is the ultimate for TCG. What is it? Are they Pokemon? Yeah, he's autistic. Whatever he is, he's not autistic. You know, but that's the problem. I saw Jerry Sadler's live last year. He spoke the truth. Well, I try to speak the truth too. Yeah, he speaks the truth, and I try to speak the truth too. I do hate people. I hate a lot of people. And then I look at them and I think, if they liked me, I like them. If they talk to me. And you don't know, they've been told something. They don't really know why they hate me. There's a traditional English restaurant I visit, says Russ, which has a menu of traditional English cuisine. I hope it does. Traditional English tableware and even a decor from 1920s English served by a Polish woman. Yeah. You look for that. When we were kids, we went to all those cafes. They don't have those English cafes anymore. Horrible, horrible food. Really bad bread, really bad sausages, really bad bacon. It wasn't top quality, but you paid high prices. They used to charge you whatever it was. Everything was like a pound for 1 egg. You wanted 3 eggs, that's £3. Great comedians like Jerry, they try to shut down. Yeah, they try to shut him down. Lewis spoke off the top of his head without too much. Lewis speak off the top of the head. Spoke. I'm the same and lose friends all the time. Yeah, because now where did the guy go? Where did TC Central go? Where did he go? Come on, stay for a fight if you want to stay for a fight. Nothing wrong with Polish women. It isn't. But the problem is, here is what we want in this country. We want English people. I'm not even English. You want English people. If you're going to have a few Polish people, eventually if you have too many Polish people, it becomes Poland, which isn't exactly bad, but It's not the country you came for. It's not the country for your kids. I'm the mod, Kinsey, said Warm Ellen. I've just never got around to giving me the mod power. Yeah, because it's not real. How many times has somebody had to say, block this guy? What about the price of stamps? £13 for 8 first. Is that true? That's £1.50 over for one stamp. I remember when first pound stamps in America were 3 cents. 3 cents. Anyway, who sends anything by postage anyway? Yes, Kerry. Yes, Kerry was lovely. Thank you. Kerry Mack is speaking. Was all good news too. Thanks for asking. Kerry Mack went to the hospital, right? So what's the results there? What's the results? What is the results? Have you all seen Jerry Sadovitz? He thinks I stole my act from him. You know, that's the arrogance. He's got arrogance. He's got arrogance to think that I stole his act from him. So that's this thing. Russ says, I agree with you, Jedster. But when I try to chat them up, I always get the feeling they're cold, the Polish women. Yeah, maybe because, they come from Poland and they want a very strong Polish guy. Polish men they're strong and manly and rock hard. They're very tough guys. They're very tough guys, basically. It's lovely to see the bare knee knob. He has my bare knee. You're all going to be able to touch it. Is that legal for me to say touch? I'm not going to charge any money, but you can all touch it. Barry, Fortes, and Bindles, long gone now. I don't know who those people are. Are they comedians? The results were good. No need for any treatments. Just monitor with scans. Okay, we'll keep on going. Kerry Mack, that's good news. When the doctors don't that doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. Take the results to somewhere else and have somebody else look at it. Kerry, I thought you went for a night out. Good job. It was good news. I'd look even more of is it twat or twat? I don't know which one it is. The Polish cleaners at the doctors are great and very right-wing. Yeah, well, they are right-wing. They are right-wing. They wanted to let people into the country because they needed more people because no one's having kids now. And the rich people, including King Charles, he wants someone to pick his strawberries. Let the Polish people in. And then after a while, they don't want to do that. It's cheaper to post a birthday card from here to the UK, which is Malta to the UK, than it is to post it in the UK. Yeah. We don't need a post. Why should the post be nationalized? Is it nationalized? I read that. What does it mean to have Happy Yorkshire Day? Yeah. Yeah, Happy Yorkshire Day. Joe is here. Hey, Joe, I didn't do what I said I was going to do. I didn't do it. I apologize, Joe. I was chatting to a woman from the Ukraine on TikTok. Well, she says she's from the Ukraine. She says she's from the Ukraine. I mean, I post with you people and flirt with you people. Yes, Russ. They could be real tough cookies, the Polish people. Yeah, tell the people who were manning the concentration camps if they were tough. Yeah, they were quite tough. Yes, Russ, they can be really tough, says Jedster. Hey up, lad. Posting from Northern Ireland to Ireland is also ridiculously expensive. Considering it's attached as an island, it's stupid. Yeah, well, why is it so expensive? Well, it's got to go to a century. I don't know why it's so expensive. My post is crap. It's always getting lost or posted through the wrong door. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she lives in Canada, 21. Well, first of all, she's way too young for you. A first-class stamp in the U.S. is 78 cents, which is basically 55 pence. So it's a lot less money than one pound. How much is it here? It's £1.50 or something here. So it's 1/3 the price. No one cares anymore, Carrie. I used to be a post lady. Yeah, they don't care about the post office anymore. It's an important part of the community, but the Poles also flew Spitfires in the Battle of Britain. Yeah, there's a monument to them over in Croydon, where the airport used to be. I ordered some clothes from London, and they came back. They came to Northern Ireland, got sent back to London, and then get sent back to me. Yeah. Do I know Mike Oxlong? I don't know Mike Oxlong. It's £1.60, so It's more than £1, whatever it is. That's a lot of money. You mean $1.60 if it's, anyway, it's one. I wish you were my post lady, says Russ. That's so good. That's romantic. I love that. What does that mean? We can get 90 days of Just Eat for five. What part of Just Eat costs £5.99? I don't know about that. The Poles taught us safer flying formation. Yeah, they were fighting the Nazis. And then they fought the Russians. They lost to the Russians. I sent a Christmas gift to Ireland last year and it was a small parcel in a box. £50, says Marianne McCara. $50. Yeah, it's a lot of money to ship stuff nowadays. Why? The Cow and the Calf, Ilkley Moore, friends who live in good Lorna, friends who live in Geesley, good memories. You wore shorts every day. Yeah, they were tough cookies, the postal people. But you had the legs for it, Lorna, let's be honest. So, I've got my knee here. Can you see Lewis Schaffer's knee? Do you want to touch Lewis Schaffer's knee? Oh, you can't even bend it. That's as high as I can get it. That's not high enough. Cheaper to send the money nowadays. Yeah, just send the money. Send the money to Lewis Schaffer. Let's do that. Let's send it. Become a member here. Become a member. People seem to like this. I don't even know. I don't know what we're doing. I can't believe that TC person left. I want to bring him back so he can yell at me for being anti-disability. Look, you, what a moron. Just think you are a moron for saying that. I'm anti-disability. I'm a libertarian. I'm against us giving money to you because you can't read because your mother was a bad mother. She didn't pay any attention to you. That's what it is. If you were in an accident, I could see the government giving you money. If you lost an arm in a war, I could see the government giving you money. Yeah. $1.70 for an airmail stamp. Why send the stamp airmail? It's going to get there anyway. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Why can't you write the right thing? Oh, this is day 2. Free Palestine. Yeah, sure. Racist. These people don't want debates. They just want to shout and run away. Yeah. Lewis, you hate disability. You've got a disability. You're illiterate. At least spell it correctly, free. Come on, yeah. What have disability done to you? Nothing. So why don't you check out your facts? You're a moron. I feel sorry for you for doing that. You shouldn't say things you know nothing about. That's what free Palestine, Palestine. First you spell Palestine wrong, number one. You spell disabled wrong. Just take a minute and proofread. I don't hate disabled people. I hate you because you're not disabled. And you know it. So shame on you for taking money from disabled people. People who literally have no legs, who cannot walk, who have major diseases. People like you. You are a moron. Shame on you. We need to get a taxpayer appreciation day. Yes, exactly. Well, that's what we should do. Just block Lewis. Don't give them what they want. I like it. I'm enjoying it. He's a tit. Of course he's a tit. Preach. Yeah, I'll preach. This is what happens. You say something and they think, oh, you hate disabled people, which I don't hate disabled people. I just think most disabled people, I'm not taking any bait. I'm just explaining. Yeah, maybe I am. Kinsey. I'm taking the bait. Kerry. I'm taking the bait. It's just because I believe that most disability and most illnesses are caused by carbs. High carb, sugary diets. I had gout. I could barely walk. I couldn't get out of bed. I had bleeding gums. I had sleep apnea. I couldn't sleep. I was a mess. I couldn't move my arm. I couldn't move my finger. I was depressed, totally depressed. I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to, producer, did you think I was going to die back then? He didn't notice it. Can't even spell. Right, so here you go. Lewis, have you seen Debbie Does Dallas? Okay. Yeah. Because people want to be victims. That's what it is. I'm disabled. Because they get money from the government. The government gives money to everybody. Everybody. Laugh out loud. Okay. Let's see. Free Palestine with with every 5 liters. That made me laugh. Look, I'm smiling, Batanai. So I give you a round of applause. Free, okay, very funny. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's carbs. If you want to be sick, what problems do you have? You have carbohydrate poisoning. That's what you have. You've got diabetes. It's all the same thing. Before the internet, I fell in love with a pen pal I had in Australia. I sent her thousands of love letters, but unfortunately things never worked out. And she ended up marrying the postman. At least she got married. There you go. Will there be a Lewis Does Nunhead? I mean, I've lived here for over 20. How many years have I lived in this country? 20 years. And I've never done Nunhead. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, you don't want someone who's too close. Well, Jojo, I don't want to start a backbiting thing, says Chris King. What are you saying? Chris King? Yeah. I mean, people want to join in. They say, oh, they this guy. You know, what kind of loser do you have to be to attack Lewis Schaffer? I've got 1,100 followers or something. I don't know how many followers I have on Twitter. I've been here for 25 years. Yeah, 25 years. Who is Cleotori's Avocado Man? Have you liked the thing? Have you subscribed? Give us a subscribe, Avocado. I would appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. I find more morons on Facebook than on X. But maybe that's just me. No, that's true. Because Facebook is all left-wing people, and left-wing people are vegans, generally speaking. They're vegans, more vegans on Facebook. They're more vegetarians on Facebook. They're all high carb, and they're mental. I think they fancy me. Who fancies me? Who fancies me, Kerry? We all fancy you. Thank you, Lorna. Lorna could be first in the queue to touch Lewis Schaffer's leg. We do, yes, and even everybody. Maltese Phil, thank yous, and loving member. A loser who attacks you, Lewis. Oh, that's what you're saying, is a sad, lonely person with no friends. Why would you attack me? No one knows who I am. Why would you give me? And Avocado Man, subscribe. That's such good news. I really, really appreciate that, Avocado Man. Is that, yeah, why would you attack me? You attack people who are winning. And people who are winning don't mind being attacked. And Claire fancies me. This is what I need to hear. I need to hear that. Lewis, why would you give them the pleasure? Because why would I give them the pleasure of responding? Well, why do you think that I do? I'll tell you why I think I do. Because I enjoy it. I enjoy telling them how stupid they are. I actually found out that my great-grandmother was of Jewish descent, and she had her family all lived in England. Yeah, that's brilliant. Most people have Jewish, because who wants to be Jewish? When you have idiots out there saying we advocate for Palestine or the Jews are exterminated. Why would you think that? You know, I just read today. I have to thank you for bringing that up. I read today on the BBC website that 160 kids have been killed in Gaza. Kids. And when they say kids, they mean they're probably under 18 years old. Whatever. They don't mean like kids. But it's like 160 kids. I thought there were 30 to 50,000 people killed. I thought it was a genocide. They only came up with 160 kids. That's not much of a genocide. Anyway. Russ, very funny. Sounds like a joke. Sorry if not a joke and your heart was broken. What did Russ say? I don't see what Russ says. Oh, I've been bad. I've been bad. And then they can't spell. That's why it's so important for us to spell. Really important. What did Russ say to you, Marianne? What did Russ say? 25 years, Lewis. Was that a joke? I don't think you should get upset when somebody says, but when somebody accuses you of something that's totally patently ridiculous, which is, I want to kill disabled people. Okay? you got to say something. It's fun. Okay, I've been savaged by some of those on Blue Sky. Yeah, it's the same. Blue Sky is founded by the original founder of Twitter. Oh, speaking of people who attacked you, Lewis, George Monbiot was insisting everyone keep wearing masks so long after COVID that even the Guardian readers told him he was an idiot and crazy for this. Yeah, he's an idiot, George Monbiot. But he's the biggest idiot that's. I mean, what's her name also said I was an idiot. She lives in Camberwell. I forget her name. Comedian. I forget her name. Did we all see that GB News was the most popular? Kinsey was the most popular news channel for July. Well, there's only 3 news channels in this country. The first time ever, the public want to see the truth for news, not biased propaganda. Yes, they do. Barry McCuckener. Who is Barry McCuckener? My grandfather died in World War II camp. He fell off his guard tower. It's a good joke. I mean, I've told jokes like that. Barry McCockern. That's not really your name, but it's funny. Where are you living, Barry, if you can tell us? Maltese Phil has become a member. Thank you, Maltese. Thank you. People are now complaining they can't watch adults' movies in private. Personally, I don't watch that kind of thing. But then again, why would I watch them after I'm in most of them? These are the jokes. Good joke, okay? I become a member and the connection dropped. Thought I'd been banned. Why would that be? Why would that be? Why would that be? Why would that be? I don't know why that would be not be. It's a good joke. It's a good joke. Okay. I thought Blue Sky was cute and quiet. Marianne, no, it's filled with leftists. I guess. I mean, I can only do one thing at a time, which is Twitter and this. So that's 2 things. News is advertising platform, just like any other. Exactly. And magic fluid process. Where are you from, Magic? Thank you for joining us. That's good. We got lots of new people. I got myself banned from Blue Sky pretty quickly. I kept posting trans women or men. Yeah, that's what they're selling. They're telling us a lie. Same thing with the food. It's just a lie. YouTube is more popular than ITV. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't want countries to kill each other, but somehow I find the pro-Palestine protesters really annoying, especially the middle-class ones. Which one do you find annoying? If you find the Palestinian descendants, well, you can see them being pro-Palestine. But if you find some, whatever it is, some British person saying I'm pro-Palestine, that's really annoying because they hate their own country and they're going to die. Hi, Barry. You're such a plonker. Keep on eating avocados. That idiot Adam Bolton from Sky News was whining that Ofcom should never have classed GB News as a news channel. Well, he should shut the F up, really. Sly, you call it Sly News. Yeah, Magic, you're from Liverpool. That's brilliant. That's my team. Southport. Okay, that's a joke that I made. Well, they are, says Maltese Phil, says Lauren Hutchison. Chris King loves Cork, says Barry McCockner. Okay. The thing about the pen pal marrying the postman. GCD is from Manchester. Hello from Manchester. Welcome back, GCD. Welcome back. Welcome in, Barry McCockner. You want to be stupid, you can be stupid. Magic Flow. This show is the least organized show of any show. The least content. It's got the least of everything. It's got the least of everything. I don't want to watch normal TV anymore. I watch YouTube constantly. Yes, exactly, because it gives us more choice. And they know it, and they're running scared, and it's getting harder and harder for the BBC to control our minds. Harder. And they want to take money from us, too, so they're thieves. You mean English do-gooders. Who are you talking to? I have GB News on constantly. Yeah. Good evenings. Hey, good evening. Hello, David B. I guess it's 6 o'clock now. Most of you. Okay, 1 hour. I'm going to take a break and get some water. Karen's often going through menopause. But you know what? You know what? All right, I'll be back in a second. You want to drink some water, please? You opened this. Did you make this? He did not make this. Did you ask your brother? Is it yours? Did you order it? What is this doing? Please go ahead. I just said this goes backwards. That's right. That's the whole point. Yeah, it wasn't me. It was someone else that put it back in there. Yeah, well, it's not right. You still get a fucking glass for anyways. Fucking relax. More than a glass. I can do it. Okay, thank you. Carnegie ordered it. That package, Carnegie ordered. Oh my God, I'm too mean. Love you, Lewis, says GC. Do you hear me yelling at my son? I yelled at my son because he's always over the stupidest things. The stupidest things. It just bother the hell out of me. Speaking of news channels, Sly News basically admitted climate change is a scam after their fear. They had a helicopter over. They had a helicopter over area following. Okay, Adam Hudson. Well, okay, so you're saying that they had a helicopter following the England's team motorcade, and then they said it's a scam. It's a scam. Well, it is a scam. That's nice that they believe that. It's owned by Murdoch. Isn't it owned by Murdoch? I thought I might get banned, but so far, no. I'll have to post some anti-Mandami memes there. Where is that? Bloody hell. I mean, the English middle class protesting do-gooders. I think maybe put a couple of dashes in there. Like retired teachers and priests. Exactly. No one cares about those people. Star Wars: A New Hope will be released in theaters on the 30th, 2027 to celebrate the film's 50th anniversary. Yeah, it was a good film when it came out. It was like so refreshing. I was almost in the last one. I went to the filming. It was the coldest week I have ever spent in Britain. It was about 3 years ago. I heard Argy Bargy. Yes, we heard him yelling at me. Yeah, he yells at me. He yells at me because we got a package. It didn't even have an address on it. I didn't know who it was for. How do they deliver stuff without putting a name on the package? Do you still want to date me after you heard me yelling? I would yell at you too. This is a bad thing. Yeah, Joe wants to date me. Yeah, no, you don't. You don't. You don't want to be yelled at. Because I think I'm always aggrieved. I'm aggrieved. Let's be bad. Yeah, that's wrong to say that. To say that. You're right, Kinsey, that a Karen with menopause would still have more personality than you and probably get laid more as well. Yes, they're going to call Lewis Schaffer. Circumcised. Am I circumcised, Cheese String? Should I be allowed to discuss this? I don't even know if I am. Yes, I might be. You might be. You'll have to find out for yourself. I'm not going to say whether I am or not. You'll have to find out for yourself. That's the second line. The first line is to touch my leg. The second line. If it ever gets physical, please make sure you remember to flip the camera around for us. Yeah. Been yelled at forever, so no problem, Joe says. Yeah, you're good, Joe. Plain packaging. That sounds very suspicious. We opened it up, and it was something that my son ordered. I yell too. I guess we do yell. Because I forget the thing is on. I go in the other room. I should just turn it off to something. Okay. Why can't I see any of the comments? I guess live chat. You got to press it on live chat, not top chat. I don't know how this works. Really. Yes, 50 is young for me. Lewis, this is not a joke. Would you do an OnlyFans for the ladies? No, because I think if you do an OnlyFans, you get a lot of prejudice against you. Like nude or just me sitting there with my t-shirt? We women prefer circum. So, yeah. I mean, you might. I don't know. I think I mean, am I in favor of that? Am I in favor of whatever? I don't want to say it because I might be banned or something. I think I am against any kind of mutilation like that. Cutting it off. There's a reason why people are circumcised. Lauren is talking about something nice. OnlyFans is cheap. Lewis is not cheap. Well, how cheap is this? This is free. This is free, basically. Let me see what this thing is. What's going on here? TCG Central. Whatever happened to that guy? They come in, they say you don't care about that. I don't know. I don't know what it means, basically. Okay. Can we let me just go onto the are you guys getting onto the Discord page? Are you getting on the Discord page? Because I keep on posting it. I don't know whether it means anything. I'll post it again right now. I'll post it again right now. Yeah. They got nothing to apologize. Thank you, GB News, for not apologizing for me. Basically. Okay, here we go. Join Discord with Kinsey. Okay, can you see that, everybody? Okay, we're doing all right. Yeah, so you see me without a shirt. Why can't I see all the comments? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, would I do nudity for the ladies? Yeah, because I don't care. I don't care. And I'm actually looking better down there now that I've lost weight. When you're fat, the problem is when you're fat, there's a lot of fat there that stops you from looking thin. But let's say you got a big wad of fat as a guy, and you lose the weight. That's what happens to your. I don't know how to use it. Only, yeah. Yeah. Let's see what it says. Jewish and Islam make it mandatory to do it. I know they do. That doesn't mean you got to do it. You could change doing it. There's lots of things that are mandatory in the Jewish faith that people don't do. Yeah, you're buying me a coffee every week. Yeah, that's really, and don't think I don't appreciate it. It's a lot of money. Maybe I should make it less money. You know, join this. Yeah, it is. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'll do it even if you don't give me any money, but it's nice that you do. 3 stripes next to your XP shows all the messages and top messages is there. 3 stripes. What does mean there? Is that there? Participants? How can that be? There's 43 people watching and has only like 15 participants. Don't let those weirdos join. Yeah. I will block people if it needs to be. You just say, Lewis. Yeah, block. I'll block them. I'll block them. Has your something, Wombat, come out of hiding under your... Yes. Yes. When you're fat, you got a big ladies. And if you want, Lorna, not you, because you're thin and beautiful, but if you want your man to have a bigger thing, then you lose weight too. If everybody's thin, it looks longer. Looks longer. Yeah, so I believe that. This is stuff you don't hear about this. I wish Shanks was here, because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about being extension with weight loss. I mean, I feel better. I know, Lewis. I can only see the first. There you go. Okay. Yeah, it's come out. It's come out more. I mean, it was never huge. It was never huge. I wish it was huge. It was never huge. I never thought about it until I was much older. And then when I started to get into the gay porn. But that's it is. The more you lose weight, the more horny you get. That is also true. You feel sexier. Fat is a mood killer. If you're depressed, lose weight. If you're depressed, stop eating carbs. This is what I believe. That's what I am all about. If I have to shout it out, and set it to live chat. I've got it set to live chat. Yeah. David B is laughing. What about the girth? Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky. I'm all right. A lot of people aren't. Lewis. If Lewis owned a gym, I think this would be his key selling point. Yes. Well, not just a gym. This is a weight loss thing. I got a message over the phone. Lewis, you were amazing on the podcast. And you looked gorgeous. I love watching you and listening to you. Thank you very much for saying that. That's really nice. Man, fat kills your testosterone. Man, fat kills your testosterone. Yes, it does. I mean, it might be good for women's estrogen levels, but it kills testosterone. My testosterone has gone up. It's up, up, up. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. This is so good. Thank you, Marianne McCara. She's an American. She thinks this is important. And Kinsey points out we got 48 people listening. This is the least content of any kind of program. The least content, okay? We all talk about younger men being better, but they have no experience, so I prefer older men in bed. Is that you laughing at that or no? You are so hot. This is what somebody says to me. No, I thank you very much. It's good to know. It's good to know. Yeah, are older men good? I don't know if older men are good. I mean, frankly, I don't know. What about the chubby chasers? What are you saying about the chubby chasers? Anyway, never mind the girth. Feel the quality. Yes, feel the quality. I honestly, I mean, I shouldn't even be talking about this, but I was having real erectile malfunctions. I couldn't get it down. No, I had real problems. I had a real problems with my whatever. And then I lost the weight, and now I'm not perfect now, but I'm a lot better than I was. I come from the 1970s middle class household, big house, big garden, etc. So I'm messed up. I can't function. What in today's world? What are you saying, Lud, about the chubby chasers? We live in hope, Chris King. What are you saying? You're Chris King. What about porn? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's older women. And I've had lots of younger women, and I've had older women. Yeah. If you're nice, that's what guys want. They want nice, loyal, friendly, helpful, thin, slender women. That's what Lewis Schaffer likes. Sometimes it's good to go with the flow and see where it goes. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, exactly. See where it goes. See where it goes. Is Chevy Chase's name a play on the term chubby chaser? No, it's not. He was born in Chevy Chase, which is a suburb of Washington, D.C. So that's like his name is Chase. They named him Chevy Chase. Okay, so that's I think where that comes from. Yes, and sometimes a nicer woman gets taken for granted. Yeah, maybe that's right. Well, a nice woman, we have children, and you're nice to them. I mean, my wife was, yeah. A lot of women think they should play hard to get or whatever. Yes, Lorna says, probably because you were thinking too much. Your blood went to your noggin instead of your willy wombat. Who are you talking to? You're talking to me. Are you talking to me? Don't. No, Kerry Mac. No, Joe, no. Don't be horrible. Don't try to be horrible. Be nice. Be nice. That's what's happened to me. I mean, maybe I just want a nice woman. Maybe because I'm 68, I just want a nice woman to spend the last couple of days of my life with. Just Be nice. I'm sad. Look at King Charles with that woman that he married. He gave up a beautiful Princess Diana to be with her. Okay, why? Because she was so nice to him, smiling at him and telling him what a great guy he was and everything. That's all. That's what men want. What? Chubby Checker. Could have been that. I'm sad because I can't watch Great Boobs of the World now. World on X now. You can't. Is that right? Do you have to be age matched? I mean, so that's what I'm saying. So what are we saying? We talk about circumcision. We talk about circumcision, which is I'm against I wouldn't have my kids. I'm not saying that they would, but I wouldn't do it again. Yeah, he wants a right-wing woman. Yeah, that's what I want. I mean, I've had the left-wing women, and they just think I'm a horrible person. And a lot of them are not really great people, the left-wing people. They're nasty, angry people. I just treat people as they treat me. If you're horrible to me, so be it. Then I won't be in your company. Yeah, you got to be nice to people, though. You got to be nice. Are you going to talk about your hospital results, Carrie Macca? Exactly, Lewis. Decaf tea and sympathy. Decaf tea and sympathy. Was that a real account? What Tonight's music? I'm not. You're not a mean girl. Have tried, but I am too nice. Yes, be nice. But a lot of times people say they're really nice and they're not nice. You can trust me, and you can't trust them. Yeah. And Kerry is right wing. Yeah, but a lot of times with women, they don't really understand the right left wing thing. Nothing personal. That is where I'm going to lose people. I'm going to lose people, like how angry Lucy was at me yesterday. I don't even. I forgot what I said, but I knew she was going to be angry at me. And I got another friend that was angry at me because I said something that she thought was. I expressed an opinion. Why am I only hearing of this account now? What account is this? Diane dismissed all of Charles's equerries when they got married. I wonder why. What is an equerry? That's his horse people. Why is that? No, but there were lots of things like that if you search. I don't know what we're talking about. Oh dear, have you upset the Lucys? I haven't upset all of the Lucys. I upset one Lucy. I think, who knows? Maybe she's listening now. Maybe she's waiting for her time to come in. I mean, it was over the Me Too thing. Because I don't believe every Me Too at 1 hour and 18. Thank you, Simon. I don't believe every Me Too accusation. I don't believe it. Do you believe in every Me Too accusation? I don't believe everything that people say. People say he did a bad thing to me. Well, let's hear his side of the opinion. It's like them saying I'm against disabled people and I want them dead. I wasn't even thinking a million miles away from that. Yes, Lewis, the Me Too thing got out of control, didn't it? Yeah, it did. It was geared to me because a woman, I talk about this all the time, or a woman, she went around, we had a small thing, right? And I thought it was a small thing. She thought it was a big thing, but I couldn't go out with her. So why do I hate disabled people? Are you a bot? If you're a real person, I'll answer you. What is your disability? Free Palestine. Spell it properly. What is your disability? Feminists take over. Yeah, like this feminism in Palestine. Fucking idiot. He doesn't hate disabled people. Thank you, Lorna, for supporting me. Anyway, I said whatever it was, Lucy, I wasn't angry. Okay, good. I'm glad. Because thank you for listening. I actually care what Lucy has to say. I care a lot about what Lucy has to say. I don't even know what she looks like. I don't know anything about her, really, except her mind. But I don't want people to not like me. I can't find a woman who makes great sandwiches. What is sandwiches? What is great sandwiches? Warmellian. No, sorry, Maltese fell. Lewis, I'm banning this person, Palestine, whatever. We heard you hate women, so need to intervene. Could that be AI that's done this? AI would spell stuff better. Amber Heard misused it, I feel. Yes, she did. She was a lying CUN, whatever, next Christmas, whatever it stands for. JD was stitched up in the trial. Yes, I watched the trial end to end. Then both sides of the truth came out in trial 2. But the trials are not publicized here. So when someone says Lewis hates disabled people, people go, he must hate disabled people. Yeah, I mean, I am interested in what he has to say. Just I'm curious. Can you bear with me? I might have to free Palestine. I might have to block you. I also hate women, so need to intervene. Yeah, I hate women. Been married twice already now. I've been married twice. Yeah, I mean, I do hate women. Of course, every man hates women. Every man is angry at women. Every man is disappointed in women. And every woman is disappointed in men. You cannot have a relationship with someone without hating them. Yeah, I hate everybody, but I also, you also love everybody. I'm being honest when I'm speaking the truth. That doesn't mean, you can hate people. You can hate people. All straight men hate women, Kinsey. Yes, I agree with that, Russ. And all straight women hate men. Why doesn't he call me? Why doesn't he do what I say? Why doesn't he fill up this bottle? Why doesn't he put the toilet seat down? He's horrible. But that's interpersonal relationship. Jim Johnson, about 3 months ago, felt the best he has in years for about 3 months. Ate nothing but meat and eggs for a couple of weeks. Well, I've been eating this for 6 years. And I feel good. I don't have any pain. I can move my hands and my feet. Count on me as a lover. What is that, like a lover? All men should be punished. Yeah, maybe you believe that. Femdoms. Yeah, he's an idiot. The Me Too movement is becoming increasingly desperate. Greg Wallace, later accuser, is crying because he said something. Now she's forgotten. And then called her amazing. What does that mean? Called him amazing. Yeah, it's a lie. It's a lie with Greg. Well, maybe it isn't a lie. He's old school. But basically what they want to do is they want to get rid of all the men in these work positions that they can work. They can work and they can make more money and not have children, not be married and be miserable. Yeah, women are a blessing and a curse of mankind. So beautiful, so irritating. And women can think men are a blessing and a curse too. Who doesn't think that? And that's the thing when you're with a woman and you have this fear that they're unpredictable and they will do horrible things to you. Horrible, horrible things. Horrible, horrible. Men are punished when they married. Laugh out loud. Yeah, they are. I had to give my wife money and I had no money and I'm giving her money. That's right, men are punished. Thank you, Lorna. That's a good point. What a load of old twonk, Russ. I know Chris is married, so Chris has to be nice. You got to be nice. I mean, I'm not married, so I don't really have to be that nice. I don't have to be that nice. Yeah, free. You're the reason this country's falling apart. Yeah. Yeah, or maybe we're the reason it's falling apart because we're not fighting as hard as we need to fight. We need to fight for this country. What happened to this guy? Gets put in jail for making a tweet or something. Ridiculous. Keir Starmer is looking stupider and stupider every single day, as in dumb. As if he doesn't know what he's doing. At least Tony Blair looked like it was his idea, all of this garbage. Maybe the World Economic Forum gave leaders more independence back in the day. They said, Tony, you figure out what to do. No, that doesn't. No gay guy would say something like that about women. Russ is not gay. Russ is not gay. If you love women, you are angry at women. And any man who says, I love everything about women, it's not true. It's not true. It's totally not true. Anyway, we're going to end this in about 30 minutes. So we're on the home stretch. I actually have thoughts I was going to think about. Starmer is a twerp. Blair is a war criminal. Yeah, basically, but he's worse than a war criminal. 37 viewers since GB. What does that mean, Daddy Bannister? 37 viewers since GB. What does that mean? Since GB went off the air? I know Russ is not gay. Okay. I mean, I can understand why you would be gay. It's a lot easier to be with a guy, hang out with guys, I think. You spotted. Yeah, I got the knee. That's my knee. Thank you, Daddy. Yeah. The point is, what is the point? The point is that it's a lot easier for men to be with men, and it's a lot harder for women to be with women. And the proof is that in the divorce rates. Do you know about the divorce rates? Is that lesbians get divorced at the highest rates than any other group, than men getting married or men marrying women. Super high divorce. And all the things they complain that men are doing to them, they complain about their partners doing that. I'm not gay, but I wish I was, because gay men are always happy. Yeah, they're always happy. And maybe they won't be mad at you if you cheat on them a little bit, I guess. Point your finger and tell your audience. Who are you speaking to, Daddy? To me or to Russ? Those lesbians are so horrible to their lesbian partners. Yes, the stats are in. They're way more likely to get divorced and separated. They're way more likely to move in with each other, like, immediately. They get angry. That's because women are bitchy to other women. I mean, I don't know. I don't see it. I see they're bitchy to me, but they are bitchy. Vote Labor. Who is this? Vote Labor. Yeah, they're bitchy. They're really bitchy. Vote Labor. Where are you from, Vote Labor? Thanks for coming in. Not me, though. You're not bitchy, Joe. Well, you probably are bitchy, because then you lie. Laughing myself, LMFAO, Vote Labor. Yeah, it's a joke. Vote Labor. Labor is dead. They're dead. The Labor Party is dead. Dead. And the Tories are dead. Mickey Mouse is at the divorce lawyer. Say, I want to divorce Minnie because she's stupid. No, she's effing goofy. Okay, that's an old joke. You're a gem, Lewis. You're laugh. Thank you very much, Daddy. Thank you. We'll go get pizza. We were talking about pizza before, Daddy. I didn't know that in gay men relationships that one is the giver and one is the receiver. I don't know if that's exactly true. That's the old way, a top or a bottom, whatever. I heard that you were right wing, so I'm here to back labor. Yeah, back labor. You can. First of all, that is totally, I assume that you're a real person, because you said, you actually made a complete sentence there that sounded true. So I give you a round of applause. Yeah. I think labor has destroyed this country. That's what I think. Prove otherwise. I don't want to say this, says Chris King, but if God meant us to stick our figs in sext, he would have given us a bucket full of sext to stick our thing into. Yeah, so you're saying he didn't want us to because it makes it hard for us to find someone to stick our thing in. That's what you are saying. You're saying because it's difficult for us. Yeah, so let's be nice to the Vote Labor guy. Popeye Savannah Kachet, Laos. Gordon didn't make it. Savannah Kachet. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is that Laos? Not all of them do, but apparently more kind of foreplay. Here's the problem. The problem is that women have gotten more valuable as time goes on. The NHS appointments doubled, waiting lists down, the building tower blocks, migration down, boat deal agreed with France, free school meals, and more. Blah, 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 Tories, blah, 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 Vote Labor. Okay, well, you want to pick each one of those things. First of all, the NHS are a bunch of murderers, basically. They basically, that whole COVID thing, what they did during COVID. So you cannot trust the NHS, number one. Number two, waiting lists down. Waiting lists down. For what? For what? Does the NHS actually cure people? Let's be honest. We're building tower blocks. Yeah, for who? So that they can be sold off to high people. It's not even council people. Okay? And even council people don't deserve it. And who's moving into those places? The immigrants are moving in. So that's bullshit. Migration down. That is a lie. That is a lie. Mass migration is up. 900 people yesterday. Boat deal agreed with France. We don't need a boat deal. We need the troops blocking. All right, I'm getting excited. No, don't block anybody, Warmellian. Let's learn to leave with it. We are investing in diversity, at least to welcome immigrants. Okay, you're making a joke. You're making a joke. The NHS actually killed my husband. How did it kill your husband, Lorna? Highest sport crossing. Yeah, I think you were making a joke. Were you making a joke about labor? Because it's funny. Don't block anybody, Warmellian. Don't block. It doesn't kill you to read a guy's posts. I'm reading everybody's posts. Diversity is ruining our country. It's not diversity, because if it was diversity, it'd be like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's illegal. It's migrant immigration from the Muslim countries. Illegal migration up. NHS is the worst it's ever been. He's just a troll. Okay, he's not a troll. He's making a joke. He's making a joke. I'm reading everything. Let's read everything. Simon Arnold, I think anything goes these days. People that aren't gay behave as if they are. Well, maybe they're not as gay as people used to be back in the day. Back in the day, people were gay. They really, if they wanted to be gay, if they were gay, they would be gay. Kinsey says the NHS can't get an appointment. Waiting lists have doubled. Building tower blocks for the invaders. Migration up more than ever. Boat deal agreed. Yet escort more here. Free school meals. Free school meals have always been. Yeah. So, Lewis, when you go to the hospital, your nurse is African, consultant Asian, reception European, bus driver American. Well, what about it? Maybe they should pay English people more. Maybe they don't need all those people working in that. Maybe, as I said on GB News, they should cut back the NHS by 95%. That's the Free Palestine guy. Can you sponsor me to come back to the UK? Ask Drama. Who is Drama? Oh, Stormer. You want to come back? Well, maybe you'll have to come back. If I were you, I'd stay there. Waiting lists were down due to the COVID. Though, of course, it will come down. Oh, sorry. Waiting lists were up because of the COVIDs. Of course it will come down. Free school meals are not free. Taxpayers pay. Yeah, let parents pay for the school meals. And anyway, what's the school meals? They're horrible now. They're not even milk. You're not allowed to be gay anymore. If you're a man that likes other men, you're supposed to be a trans woman now. Yeah, totally. It's not good enough just to be gay. Yeah, has one of the GB News lefties infiltrated the chat? Let's hope so. Vote Labor. You don't have an argument to defend. They have been proven as lies. But we don't know if he's kidding or not kidding. Exactly, Lewis. Fake now. Genuine gays. Back then, in order for you to be gay, you had to really like a guy. Now, even Lewis Schaffer thinks, you know what? Nothing worse than gay people for me. But perhaps they shouldn't ram it. Nothing wrong with gay people for me, but they shouldn't ram it down our throats. And I'm not being rude. I agree with you. Trans people too. You want to wear a dress, you wear a dress. That doesn't mean I want to hire you in my factory, whatever. You get the dress in the factory joint or whatever it is and get ripped up. Gravy and potato meals. Yeah, you're lucky if you even get the gravy. Maybe gravy comes with it. Knife crime has gone up, says Alex. When I was a kid, my dad was out of work for a few months. He would not allow us to have free meals. He was too proud. Yeah. It was probably quite normal. I suppose Khan made London great. I think we're spelling Khan wrong. Khan, that's the Jewish spelling of Khan. Made London great. Vote Labor, yeah. Knife crime is coming down, though. Is it coming down? And so what if it comes down? If the country no longer belongs to us, what do we care? I like debate. The problem is if you don't agree with the left, you're a toxic, masculine neo-fascist. Yeah, they don't like us. Yeah. I mean, do I seem like I'm being open and honest? I hope I am. Kerry, my dad was on strike, and we too were ashamed. Yeah. Yeah, we too were ashamed. But now women have to provide the money. Women make more money. They get more education, and they still want us to make more money. It's not that good. We see you, Matthew Laza. I like that guy. The left and people like Jeremy Corbyn were against the EU and immigration because it undercut workers. Now they want to appear progressive. No, Jeremy Corbyn hates workers. He's an elitist. He came from a rich family or a well-off middle-class family. He was against workers, and that's why labor is dead, because they don't like you people. You're British workers. I'm a British worker. They want to import people, which is taking away our jobs. Which is why the guy who works in the hospital, why all the hospital workers are all foreigners. Yeah. Are they making our lives better? No. We don't go to the hospital. Just stop eating carbs. I don't have children, says Russ, and I have always thought I should get some sort of rebate from the government. You know what? I used to think that too, and now I think no. You should be charged money, because who's going to be working in the future because you don't have children? You've been lied to. We've been lied to. I had children very late in my life, and I regret that so much. They, the Labor Council, who said we need to cut their throats, is still yet to be sentenced. But you get fast-tracked and jailed for a tweet. Here's the point. The point is this. The point is, they say to you, you won't be let out of prison if you don't admit to what you've done. That's a horrible thing to say. But yeah. So that's amazing. That's what Alex says. Chris King comes in and says, but trans keep out of the ladies' only places. Yes. Keep out of there. Lewis, I'm going to pretend for a second I believe climate change is a real thing. Native Brits like myself are predicted to no longer exist by the next century. Therefore, what do I care about Earth? Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why they're telling you, don't have kids, we're all going to die. That's Wormelian. That was Wormelian, yeah. Keith Bexley, what did you say, Keith? I don't know what you said. A long time ago, I mean. I don't see... The left and people like Jeremy Corbyn. It undercuts workers, Keith. Keith said that, yeah. That's right. That's what Keith Bexley says. Yeah. Let's see what else. Hey, Maggie, where's your milk? On your bike. Yeah, well, she was right about that. We shouldn't be giving out milk or anything like that to anybody. We shouldn't be doing it. I mean, we have school. We shouldn't even have public schools. Can you listen to me? I'm against everything. Lewis is okay. So a long time ago, that's what Keith said. Knife crime isn't down. They just changed the weapon of choice to a machete. That guy was inciting violence. Rob Jones, I think his name was. August 11th is sentencing, apparently. Labor is dead, so why don't they toss Starmer and at least, where did I go? What did I read? At least try to have a different face to save their party, because they have to call up the World Economic Forum to find out who they should have, and they made that mistake before when they had Keir Starmer. Labor is okay, yeah. In Thailand, they have third toilets for ladyboys. Well, that's interesting, says Maltese Phil. Climate change is a serious... I don't know if I can believe you, because I don't believe anything that you say. It's all wrong. Everything that you say is all wrong. But maybe you believe this. But thank you very much for coming in here and arguing with us. We should thank him for coming in. Otherwise, it's all us talking the exact same shit. Working class people were proud, Lorna, says Kerry. Not now. Freebies are all around. It's all those people who are disabled. They're getting disability payment. And you know what? If they're giving out money, according to the libertarian Ayn Rand, is that you should take the money if the state is, because the state steals our money through taxes, so we're taking a bit of it back. That doesn't mean it's right. Maggie also preached what would happen if immigration got out of control. Yeah. I'm against the use of fossil fuels. We should use renewables as much as we could. I don't believe that you're a real person. That sounds like something you got out of AI. Labor couldn't save themselves if they had the most expensive boat coming across the channel. Yeah, I don't think they can, because the new party is way stronger than Labor, and the Reform Party is way stronger than the Tories. So both of those. Am I wrong in saying this? Do you think they have a hope? Labor has hope. I don't think that they do. My mom told me it's Jeremy Corbyn. My mom told me one time that they were out of work because they were only allowed to claim benefits for 6 weeks. Yeah, because they were jobs. You could go get a job. Maybe it wasn't the job you wanted, but maybe you should have prepared earlier before you got fired. Maybe you should have gone to uni back in the day when uni meant something, or whatever it was, or started your own business. Renewables cost more currently, and wind farms require parts that cost more in climate issues anyway. Yeah, that's what Donald Trump said. Did you listen to Donald Trump? I'm so glad he came. Vote Labor. Will you pay for our new home heating system then? I use a heat pump. He's not real. He's too good to be true. But I appreciate you being here. Yes, Jojo. He said the streets will run with blood. Unfortunately, it's coming. Yeah. I mean, I tell you how I know it's coming. Because I used to believe the end of the world is coming. And nobody else believed it. But people believe the end of the world is coming. Even people who disagree with me. They think the end of... Rose believes the end of... I think she does. Or maybe she doesn't. I hate damned wind farms. They are disgusting and ruin beautiful landscapes, says Kinsey. Yes, they're horrible. Kerry says, I've had those heat pumps in holiday cottages. They're shit. But they do not heat up and they cost a fortune. Yeah, maybe they're, it's a way to get people to spend money and to take our money away from us. I don't mind wind farms, says Maltese Phil. Solar panels should be in car parks, not in agricultural land. That's actually a brilliant suggestion. Yes, they should not be on agricultural land. I'm old enough to remember all of that, listening to the news, and my dad, says Joe. She's speaking to Chris King. No, Vote Labor will not pay for them all, Kinsey. No, it doesn't sound like her. The thing about Rose, she's got I don't want to say this because I don't mean to badmouth, but she's got a very distinctive sense of humor, Lucy. Very distinctive. Very wry, distinctive East London sense of humor. That's what I liked about her. She reminded just a very strong woman. I mean, I know I hate women. I'm a misogynist, but Rose is really strong. Enoch Powell was correct. No one would listen. Churchill was right, but no one believed him either. Yeah. Vote Labor says this. I have solar panels in my home. I'm green, helping environment. You know what? That's it. He's basically stating all the things that they believe in. I'm no bleeding heart greenie, but I think it's insane the amount of plastic in the sea. Yeah. I am actually a greenie. I believe in green and trees, and climate change is good for that. I'm against building in green fields. I'm against solar panels. I'm against wind farms. Yeah. So Kinsey says to Vote Labor, pay for her green stuff. And Chris King's in favor. Well, they're married, I think. I'm with you, Lorna. At least Farage has a personality and doesn't need notes to give an interview. Yeah, he's great. Annette is in the house. Annette. Andrew John Sims has just subscribed. So we're moving forward, guys. We're almost there. We need to get digging for oil. Yes, we need to dig for coal. Sorry, I read coal. Yeah, wind farms kill many birds. Hate wind farms. Yeah, Donald Trump he's focusing on that because it's hurting his golf course. But they are bad. Yeah, the whole thing is very scary and kind of Nostradamus, the whole thing. Where will you dump your solar panels in a few years' time? Yeah, people are talking the right things. Lorna, you're right. Malteseville is mad, scrapping old cars to buy new, made in China battery cars. Totally true. Enoch Powell was very accurate. Yeah, he is. Kerry likes what Lucy says. Okay, so scary. Okay, Enoch Powell's old constituency office is now an African Caribbean Heritage Center. What do you call that? Is that irony? That's like, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm against wind farms and solar panels. I wouldn't mind the Africans because they're Christians at least. You know, they're Christians, but they're not us. I'm against wind farms and solar panels. Yeah, that's what she says. Do you abide by Sharia law? Labor. Guy, vote Labor. Do you abide by Sharia law? Labor, lad. Ed Miliband's net zero just means we get our fossil fuel from China while he ramps up prices on green energy and taxes. It's a con. I don't know if we get any fuel from China, but it's true. It's a con. We need to be tolerant. So what if they are Muslim? Tell your girls to stay home rather than near hotels. He's kidding, obviously. You wouldn't tell your girl kids to stay home. He's kidding. You're doing a very good job. Thank you. Vote Labor, whoever you are. Thank you. You've done a good job. Christ, how could a heat pump set up work? How could a heat pump set up work? Our soil isn't warm. Well, it's a bit warmer than the air sometimes, and there is heat in it. It has to do with squeezing it. It's like you have a refrigerator. Refrigerator squeezes the air, and the squeezing has heat in the middle and cool air on the outside. The reverse is when you whatever it is. The Somalians, okay, how are we doing here? Christ, okay. Have you heard about Hugh Edwards? He was spotted at Heathrow Airport on his way to Florida, USA. He has gone to Tampa with the children. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Somalians are not. Somalians are Muslim. What are you saying? Alex says Somalians are Muslim. Yeah, they're Muslims. I think we're giving the Labor vote too much attention, possibly. Me too, Lorna 1. Me too, Lorna 1. Kinsey. Don't say that. Let's be nice to people. I think he's kidding. Has anyone? Let's be nice. Let's be nice to. I think he might be kidding, or even if he is serious. Thankfully, no hotels near me. But if there was, I would tell my kids to stay away from that area and not talk to anyone. Okay, Lucy says, has anyone seen Samuel L. Jackson wind farms advert? Play it, Lewis. Am I allowed to play it? Will I get banned? Will I allowed to get banned? Sam Jackson wind farm. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, he's in. Maybe you could explain it, Lucy. Could you explain it? Tampa with the children. Is that a joke? Is that a joke, Lucy? Because I can't tell if it's a joke. Okay. We don't know. Don't call him vile. He believes that. Yes, he's bad for this country, but be nice. Let's be nice, Kinsey. Let's be nice. Let's not block anybody for whatever their political beliefs are. At least they're talking. But we don't even know. We don't even know if he's real. Lorna says, whatever it is, he wants solar panels on farmland, so we import food from abroad. Balmy bastards. Okay. So there we go. I hate ideology that made people scared of taking action against people because of their religion or color. Yeah, it's not good for our country. They're trying to get rid of the farmers for migrant housing plots, too. Of course they're going to, because they're letting in millions of people. Millions of people. The country's ruined. We can't always rely on laboratory farmed foods. Well, they can. That's what they want to do. They want to take away the meat. Annette. Vote Labor, Kerry says. We're not at war. We're not was. We're not was. Okay, we're gonna end in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, okay? So we've been on the air for 2 hours. Have you enjoyed this? Have we had a good time? Have we had a good time? I thank Vote Labor for coming in. I like it. I like it. And when somebody comes in, let's find out if they're serious. You know? Where are they going to sleep, the 900 people? It's been a wild show. It's been a good show. It's been wild. How many people? We've had about 40 people. It's been quite good. It's been good. I don't know if that's him. Ricochet is here. He only just got here. Well, we start at 5. Sorry. You can listen to the entire thing. Have you subscribed? Andrew John Sims subscribed. Have you liked this thing? Have you subscribed? David B nips in and out. Yeah, I don't know how you can listen to 2 hours of this shit. I don't thank Vote Labor at all. Makes me blood boil reading so much tripe. Yes, it is. We're at war. We're at war. I did the blood beforehand. Did I do the blood test before? Yeah, when did we do the blood test? Have I done it today? I don't even remember. I've done it already, but I don't remember. I don't remember what it is. We can end the show on a high. Ricochet. Sounds like American comedian I know. I used to know a lot of comedians named O'Shea in New York. We have loved the show. Thank you, Lewis. Thank Lewis and friends. Thank you, everybody. Dean O'Drantle, what have you missed? You missed everything, really. We talked about circumcision and penis extensions. And we had a labor visitor here who, I don't know, I think he was labor. He's probably fooled us, but great show as always, Russ. Says Russ. And everyone also great. Everything. We spoke. What did we think? What did we talk about? I think we spoke openly. Did you do the blood pressure? I came here late. I'll do it now. I'm going to do the blood pressure now. I'm doing the blood pressure. I'm going to put this down so you can see it. You can see the blood pressure. Ricochet's a bit high. Yeah, that's good. 158 over 99, 64 beats a minute. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's pretty good. Where did my phone go? What did I do with my phone? Oh, there it is over there. I'm going to do it again. Can I do my pulse again? Yeah, Kinsey, you sound stressed out. Yeah. I just like, whatever. I know, I'm supposed to do it 3. Both feet are on the ground. I'm relaxed. I haven't eaten in a while. No talking. Okay, that was a dud. Rick. Yeah, yeah. You want to come in? I'll do it on you. I'll do it on you. I was told when I took the test about 5 years ago during COVID times that I had a very smooth prostate. Um, Funny Dean. Funny Kerry. Jester. Yeah, that's about it. It's 160 over 103 at 60 beats a minute. So if you multiply 163, whoops. Oh, good. Okay, it fell down and the plug came out. Okay, so that's been great. So thank you, Rick, for coming in late. Thank you, Simon and Lorna and Kinsey and Jedster and Annette. Good, always good to see Annette and Dean. Dean, good to see Dean. Thanks for coming back. If you haven't, subscribe, like the thing. It's so important that we like every single show. It's really important. It keeps, we get new people coming in. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Alex, for being there. Watermelon and Kerry Mack. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's going on? Thank you. Did you come back from the shop? Is that where you come back from? Thank you, Lucy, for coming back here. I always get upset when I feel that Lucy's angry at me, but she's not really angry. Maybe I'm just paranoid, or maybe I think I'm a special person, which I'm not. Mark J was here today. We got lots of people. Who have I not forgotten? Kerry. Joe is here. I'm going to read her thing. I apologize to Joe. Vote Labor. You know what? I mean, I don't know whether you were honest or whatever it is. You basically outlined Team World's views, which I don't agree with, at least. A lot of people here don't agree with it. But great. Mark J is here. Maltese Phil. Chris King. He's the backbone of the show, Chris King. Kinsey, backbone of the show. Good show. Jim Johnson. Simon Arnold. Really great. Alex. Really important people. Warmelian. Keith Bexley. Fantastic. Fantastic. Really good. Really, really good. Daddy Bannister. He comes in late, but he's here. So these are the people that are here. They're all the Jedster. Memorable. I mean, I'm really happy with you people. Vote Labor. I'm going to give the guy a shout out again. Thank you very much. Come back anytime. We're going to all be nice to him. We're going to win with niceness, even though we're going to win. Or maybe he'll convince us, and we'll stop being so angry and think everything's going to be right. Free Palestine. Yeah, even that guy. He wasn't that bad. It was only for a couple of minutes. Remember, this is 52. I've been doing the show for between over 2 hours. Let's say an average 2 hours. That's over 100 hours of us being together. David B is here. So lots and lots of people. So everybody, remind yourself. Also, you can go onto the Discord afterwards, right? And talk there. Go to my Patreon page and maybe make a contribution if you can, or become a member here on YouTube. I think that would be really great. Become a member. See if you can throw me a couple of bucks, and that would make me happy. Anything else I'm forgetting? Anything else? Anything else? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to leave this on. Okay, for a couple of minutes, so you can write some stuff. If you want to write some stuff, say goodbye to people. Yeah, you can do it. Patreon, join, member, PayPal. Yeah, you can do lots of things. Lewis Schaffer PR is at Gmail is my blood pressure. Ray Mitchell. Yes, it was. It was in the danger zone. It's a lot less dangerous now than it was. But my blood pressure was good because my heart rate, who knows? Who knows if it's that? We don't know. We don't know. Could you throw me a couple of bucks, Lewis? Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe if you need it, I'll throw you a couple of bucks. Okay, bye everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. See you all tomorrow. Ray Mitchell, come in tomorrow or go into the Discord site. Okay, go to the Discord site, and if you go to the Discord site, I think this is it. If you go to the Discord site, you can tell me about the high blood pressure because I'm always interested in that. Okay, that's what we're doing right now. Um, Free Israel.
Yeah.